For those of you that are going to Rhinebeck, have you started a countdown? Like, is there some place in your house that's like on a wall, on a fridge, on your bedside table? It's like 10 more sleeps. 10 more sleeps till a Rhinebeck weekend. Have you started it? Because I have. I'm so excited. Let's get into it. Take 93. What's good, Peace? What's good, Peacemakers? Welcome back to another episode of the PiecePeaceCrafting Podcast. I'm Michael, and this is my crafty corner of the YouTube universe. If you would like to find me on other social media, you can do so by following me over on Instagram and Threads as Piece for Piece Crafting, over on Ravelry as Piece for Piece Craft. And if you like music and you would like to search through the world of Spotify for this podcast, you can do so. You can follow the playlist that goes along with the podcast over on Spotify if you want to search over there. And that's the Piece for Piece Crafting Podcast playlist. If you have trouble, please feel free to shoot me a message either on Instagram. Not either. Just shoot me a message on Instagram and I can send you the link. Yeah, I'll send you the link. How's everyone doing? I am coming to you a little bit later than I wanted to, but like life has been lifing, and that's okay. And I have permission to do so because all of you have said it doesn't matter to us as long as you, whenever you feel like putting out the content, put out the content. So that's what I did. My weekend was crazy. There's a lot going on. I thought I was going to film earlier today. Today is Monday. And I didn't, so I'm recording after work, and I'm hoping to just record this, edit it really quickly, and put it out there. So it'll probably come out later this evening. So some of you may see it tomorrow morning on Tuesday. Yeah, things have been good. Busy. I had to go on a work trip since the last time. Oh my gosh, that was since the last time I saw you. Crazy. I went on a work trip back to Seattle, which was really awesome. So I was just there. If you've been watching the podcast, I'm sorry. If you're returning, hi friends, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So happy you have entered this space. Hope you stay and do all that fun YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. So I was just there. For those of you who have been watching for a while, you know I was in Seattle for Flock. Got to hang out with a bunch of friends, stayed with the Fiber Hustle fellas, and so I had to do this work trip, taking me back to Seattle, and I got to see them again, the Fiber Hustle boys, which was really awesome. So it was nice to, even though it was a quick weekend, beginning of week trip, it was nice to just be in Seattle for a little bit. Granted, I was in conference halls, so I didn't see much of Seattle, but we did get to do a couple fun things while I was there that I didn't do the previous time I was in town, which was really lovely. Yeah, and then other than that, I just have been like kind of monogamous with one project. But also not. Sorry, I'm just looking around to make sure I have everything because Lord knows I don't. All right, so that's enough about that. I'm having some tea this evening. It's a honey chamomile for those who are wondering. And a couple of things, because I know people will ask. This is my Montrealer hoodie. I made this, well, years ago now. 4 years ago, maybe? 4 years ago? 4? Maybe? I don't know. It's knit up in Knit Picks and Wool of the Andes. It's worsted and Murky Depths. And this is Lorna's Laces, which is not in existence anymore. The pattern is by Vincent of Les Garçons. I've worn this so many times. You all know what's up. And my hat, which I had in the last episode too, this is the Siege hat by Tanis Lovely, I think is how you pronounce her name. It's one of my favorites hats ever. I love a little like beanie style hat, and this one's great. I actually have yarn caked up to make another one that I'm hoping to cast on soon because, excuse me, I just want another one. Actually, I do have another one of these, but so this is the adult small. I made the adult large in orange using, I don't remember the yarn. I would have to go and look at my Ravelry to see. And the large is a little bit too big for me. So I'm thinking about actually ripping it out because I really like the yarn, and just like rip it out, soak the yarn, re-knit it because it's a cute orange hat, and like my favorite color is orange. Anyway, Siege hat, go check it out. It'll be linked. Oh, I have to make a note for myself. It'll be linked below for you. Everything that I talk about today will be linked below. If it's not linked below, send me a message and I will make sure to get the information. I'm feeling silly right now. Send me a message and I will make sure to get that information to you as quickly as I can. Okay, so in the last episode, friends, we had a little something where I wanted to pass along some stuff to you all, and you all showed up and showed out. It was so much fun reading the comments. I hearted pretty much everyone. Usually when I'm doing these things, I don't like to comment back because like I don't want to get in the mess of it all, especially if I'm going to be pulling names. I find it's easier to just heart the comment and keep it pushing. So a couple of things. I'm a little bit worried that I said that I could only send it to folks that were in the US, and I think maybe a few people who aren't in the US entered. And so here's what we're gonna do. If I read your name and you are not in the US, can you just like let me know, and then we can, maybe I'll get you a pattern or something. But like I can't ship something to you. I can't do it. It's so much money. But if you're in the US, it's a little bit easier for me to do that. So with that being said, oh my gosh. Okay. Pin in oh my gosh, because something else fun happened since the last time I saw you. We'll circle back to it by the end. Okay, so let's talk about some winners. I will read them off of my list here, but then I will also put the little thing that pops up when I do the random comment picker thingy, whatever. That'll pop up here with the name too. If you have your words are gonna be hard. If you have your government name in your YouTube handle, I'm gonna read it off. I'm so sorry to you, friend. Okay, so remember, it's like sort of 3 sweater quantities that I'm giving away and different yarns. I didn't bring them with me because they're in a closet and I didn't feel like taking them out. I wanted to keep them away from everything. So for It's Giving Italy, we are going to give that one to Sarah Holden 5213. Sarah Holden 5213. It's Giving Italy. You're the winner. If this is you, please feel free to contact me at PiecePeaceCrafting@gmail.com. That's Sarah Holden 5213. Great. Next up, we're going to have for the Fibra Natura LM6035. LM603. Not 35. Girl, 37. Can you even read? I'm so sorry, but it's also here. LM6037. It's giving Fibra Natura. Hit me up. And last but not least, oh, this is written so poorly. I think it's, okay. The name is also going to be here. The last one is Tammy Carter's. No, it's not. Tammy Carter 5708. Tammy Carter 5708. It's giving Cascade. Again, if those are the three of you, can you shoot me an email over at PiecePeaceCrafting@gmail.com, and I will try to get those out to you. I would love for you to see this and reach out to me so that I can send it out before the 17th of October, because I'd like to get it out before I leave to go to New York. So yeah, that was fun. Thanks for everyone who entered. I have a feeling that in the next episode, we're going to be doing another one, because between this episode and the next episode, fun things are going to be happening in that interim. And so the next episode is going to be cause for celebration as well. Get all the things out of my house. All right, so that's that. Let's talk about some things I've finished. All right, first up, I haven't blocked these, but you all don't care. You just want to see what it is. And I love that about you. So I finished sorry, I'm taking one sock off to put this sock on, even though it's not blocked, you guys. It's okay though. I finished my June, June, possibly July. I think it's June. Socks from Woolens and Nosh. I was almost done with them in the last episode, but they're for real done now. So these are them. Sorry, the ends are not woven in, but this is Daisy Chain. I think this was June. Maybe it was July. It doesn't matter. You guys look it up. This is the Woolens and Nosh Yarn Club, monthly yarn club. This is on her, was it here? Yeah, this is on her 9010 Targi nylon base, and it is 411 yards for 100 grams. You all, I love these socks. They're so cute. The colors are awesome. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I knit all of my socks on a US 1. I use Chowgu red lace needles. I think this is the 32 length. I do mine 2 at a time, toe up, starting with the mini, casting on 14 stitches using a Turkish cast on. I increase to 68 stitches, and then I just knit until it's time for me to mark where my heel goes, and then I just put my little markers in. I keep going until it's about the same length, and then I do the cuff, and I come back and I cut in the heel. And so for some of you who may be wondering, here, I'll take these off, what I mean when I say I do them until they're about the same length. I don't know if I've shown this before or not, but if I have, here's the info again. If I haven't, here's the info. So when you're knitting the sock, it's just like going like this, right? And so I put my markers in, and then as I'm going, because the heel's not there yet, I just fold it in half. so that I know that it's going to be roughly about the same length, like my toe and where the end of the cuff is going to be. And so then if I were to fold my socks like this, they would just make a little flat pile. And that seems to be a good length of sock for me. Now, yes, I have done it where I've extended this leg part way longer because I wanted to use more of, especially with the self-striping, I wanted to use more of the yarn. But I have been enjoying using my leftovers when I do this way or this method to make minis for myself. And so, yeah, that's how I do my socks. These were really great. I'm excited to throw them in like a little water soon, just so they can relax a little bit and I can take a couple photos before I post them on the onlines. All right, the second thing I have, I only have 2 finished FOs, and then I have two things that I'm working on, one of which is like I need to be working on, and the other one I can't even talk about it. All right, so this one you all haven't seen, which is crazy that I started and finished, but they're just ankles, and so it's fine. So remember I had shown you all, maybe it was a couple episodes ago, it could have been last episode in all honesty, I, prior to moving, had spun up some fiber from Fiber Punk. It was, I don't remember the fiber content off the top of my head, but it was some sort of wool and a nylon blend. And I'd spun that up, and then recently, within the last episode, I think is when I finished it, I did a 3-ply, chain ply on them. And so I took those two and I caked them up for my trip. I finished the first socks that I just showed you while I was on the plane, and then I brought, this just as let me see how far I can get while I'm away on this trip. And you all, during the conference, like I would sit, while I was in different sessions, just like listening, learning, writing things down when I needed to. I would just sit and knit during the conference, and it was great. And so over the course of a few days, I finished these these socks using my hand spun. So this is the fiber that you all saw in the last episode. I can't even, this is only the second time that I've made socks for myself using my hand spun. Yeah, that's true. And I gotta say, I really love these. So they are a little bit thicker. I would say that it's like a fingering light sport. It's very reminiscent of like a Patton's Croix. So if you've worked with that, like it's a fingering way, but she's a little thick. And yeah, since I had separated the fiber the way that I spun it, and I had 2 little skeins, I was able to get, they don't match exactly, but they are sort of similar. They're related, but they're not twins. Same thing, I started toe up, and I just went. And for these, because I didn't anticipate finishing them, if I'm being quite honest, I got to where, since I just finished those other socks, I gotten to the point where I needed my heel to go, marked where the heel was gonna go, and then I did a few rounds, just plain knitting in the round. And I was really worried that I wasn't going, because I didn't have a mini, I was just like, I just want to use this hand spun for these. I had some leftover yarn from those other ones. I put both of these on waste yarn, so then I could have my needle. I picked up for the heel on both socks, and then I used the outside of the cake to do the heels. So like this blue color should have extended here if I didn't, or if I had a mini to put in for my heel. But since I didn't, I just used the outside of the cake to do the heel. And then once the heel was done, I snipped it and then, slid the needle back on through the waste yarn and just continued knitting. I never had to break this, so this is all the same color. Yeah, I'm obsessed with them. I love them. I think they're super cute. They are a little bit thicker, and it's in the evening now. It is a little bit cool here, and so I am gonna start using these just as like around the house socks. They're like cozy enough to be around the house, but like thick enough where maybe if I had a pair of boots I could put them in, that would be cool. But if I'm being honest, I wear sneakers most of the time anyway, even in the winter, and so they're just like a little bit too thick for my sneakers, so that's fine. So yeah, this is my finished object number 2. These are my hand spun socks using fiber. Yeah, so exciting. I love it, love it, love it. The blues. It was so much fun watching it knit up too, because it's a 3-ply, and so you get these stripes. So it really was like, child, what's coming next? So that was a good time. All right, let's talk about. Sorry, that was a big slurp. My apologies. Let's talk about a couple of things I'm working on. You all, this is gonna be short. I don't have much to say. Okay. So let's go back to the drama. The drama of it all. Of which is the Shaun's Gambier. All right, so friends, in the last episode, I was telling you all how I knit this swatch, right? Knit the swatch, block the swatch. The gauge for this was like, okay, so the gauge for that sweater is supposed to be 11 and a half stitches on size 11s, US 11s, US 10s, on US 11s. And I did this swatch. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Like, honestly, I should be using this at work as a mug rug. Like, actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this to work and put my mug at work on it. Okay, that's hot. This will also be a really cute motif as like a blanket. Anyway, my gauge was like 15 stitches. It was way too tight. It had really bummed me out, if I'm being honest, that I was so off. I think, too, the reason that it bummed me out was because, not to be like, oh my gosh, I am that person, but I never am off gauge that much, which seemed a little bit ridiculous to me. So I didn't want to go up needle sizes. I thought that would be crazy, and just whatever, it put me in a bad mood. So I was going through something, looking for another set of needles, and saw that I actually had a size 13 needle already. Okay, so I was like, all right, fine. Let's just cast this thing on, and we're gonna pray for the best. Okay, friends, we are going to pray for the best. So this is being knit up in, where's a free skein, in Lamb's Pride. That looks really washed out. Lamb's Pride. And this is a bulky weight jacket, and it is 85% wool, 15% mohair. It's a woolly good time. Lots of lotion. This is color Aran. This is deep charcoal or something. Sorry, everything is in front of me. Yeah, deep charcoal. And then this last color is like an oatmeal. All right, So here's where I am, friends. Did I re-swatch? Absolutely not. I was so irritated that I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna pray that going up 2 needle sizes is gonna be the right vibe. And that's just what I'm doing. I think actually it's gonna be fine. Wait, what's the outside? I think it's gonna be fine. So, the last time I saw you, I was mad. Not mad, not really. I was feeling a little like it had gotten to me. And now I am, hold up, let me situate it. I know, I can hear the comments already. Oh my gosh, that's so much. I can't believe, blah, blah. I know. I'm sorry. Here I am. Okay, so what you're seeing right here is the body. Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. It doesn't have the oatmeal color in it because I'm going to go back in and I'm going to duplicate stitch that in because I was not about to carry those long floats. No ma'am, no Pam. And like duplicate stitching is going to be fun to just like spend an evening doing the duplicate stitch on them. So the body is done. I have also completed the sleeves as well. And everything now is attached. So literally this is it looks like crumpled. The next step for me is to start the raglan decreases. Yeah, which is crazy. I will say one thing while I was gone, I brought this with me on my trip to Seattle, and I was actually going to do the colorwork of the sleeves flat because I was worried about my tension on the sleeves. And just like, yeah, I was worried about the sleeves, if I'm being honest. And I forgot to bring the oatmeal, so I just I improvised, and I did a provisional cast on. And I'm gonna rip it out, and then it's literally one row, and then you bind off for the oatmeal. And I started these flat, so that's why there's this little opening here, because I was gonna do the sleeves flat. And then once it got time for me to start the color work, I had a change of heart and was just like, why don't you try to just be really conscious about how you're doing the color work? And so I did it in the round, and I did the sleeves 2 at a time in the round. They worked out pretty great. Not pretty, I mean, for now. I could like stick my arm in it and it seemed to be a good fit. It wasn't too big. It wasn't like Goldilocks where it was like, ooh, is that Goldilocks? Where she's like, oh, this is just right. It is Goldilocks. But like if it's good. So I'm hoping that I did extend just a pinch for the length because I have longer arms. I did a pinch for length on the body as well. Hopefully that ends up being okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna see how it goes. All I have to do now is start the decreases for the raglan, which I'm actually gonna change a little bit, not giving anything away. The way that it's written in the pattern is the decreases are right next to each other. Going up, and I don't think I like that. I've done another jacket like that when I did the spice cardigan for my friend, and like it looks fine. It just it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm gonna do like the raglan on this where there's, you do the decrease, then you knit a stitch, then you knit a stitch, then you do the decrease, just so there's that little line there. That I feel like that's gonna make me feel more comfortable. So this is going well. I'm hoping, since I got this much done in the last 2 weeks, that I can definitely finish the decrease, so the yoke of the jacket and the I was trying to see, and the shawl collar that goes with it. And then I have in this little sock monkey basket that a friend got me, I have, sorry for rummaging around, some little wooden buttons that I'm just gonna use, that I have a bunch of them in my stash that I'm just gonna use as the buttons on that. I think it'll make it look really fun and cozy. Yeah, so that's that. It's crisis averted. It's fine. It's happening. It's happening. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you all is, and if I'm being honest, I'm not really going to show this to you because it is not tangled. It is being held together in a way that, like, I'm not going to undo it so that I can properly show you. So my bad, but you will see it more clearly in the next episode. All right, so you all, me, hi, hello. I have literally no business, none, not at all. There's a closed sign on the door. No business casting this on. And yet here we are. Okay, so shucks. Okay, while I was in Seattle, I had the luxury of going into Aaron, who is the yarn dyer of Fiber Hustle. Just going into his inventory and looking around and peeking around and taking a look and seeing what was there. And so I put a poll up actually on Instagram of just like a couple color combinations, just like if I were to do the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along GO Dynamo, what pairing would be fun to do? So I got some feedback from some friends online, and just like, it was great. A lot of people weighed in, and so here we are. These are both in Fiber Hustle yarn. So this first color is Dusty Sage. It's a pretty light green. It looks, maybe it's because my phone is in night mode, but it doesn't look the color that it is on the screen. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go with that, but it is like a soft bluish green. It looks like it's washed with like a gray undertone. And then this is gray Gory Enchant. And these are both on Aaron's 80/20 base. Yeah, so these are the colors that I picked. I have no business. Not when Twists and Turns is sitting across the room from me in a bag, like, let me out. Stay in there. This is living in a Beautiful Sister bag. You all know how I feel about Beautiful Sister. I love their bags. This one is a map of somewhere. I feel like we looked it up when I first, oh no, they didn't fall off. When I first bought it, but I don't remember. Anyway, I love this bag. It's great. So I'm not really gonna show, because I know some people, maybe you're knitting it and you don't want any spoilers, or you just whatever. But where's a piece that I can show you? So it's sort of modular. It is modular knitting to begin. If you want to do it, do it. If you've already started it, then you already know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to show you a little piece, because you have to put everything like on waste yarn, and like in watching the video, it was like 1,000 strands of waste yarn, not my ministry. I just had one, not true. I put all of the first section on one barber cord, and then I'm just like slowly taking them off as I need them, but then like weaving a barber cord through everything so that when it's time for me to pick up, baby girl, all I have to do is pop a needle on, slide it all the way through everything, and then go. I don't have time for 80 pieces of waste yarn. Okay, so here's just a tiny little section so you can see how the colors at least are playing together. And this is just a little garter section. There's like a million ends already, but once I'm done with this section, I'm going to weave them in, because I'm not coming back to do these. And then here, if I slide these just a little bit, you can see another fun little section. So yeah, it's like some ridges. Ruffles have ridges. Yeah, I'm loving it so far. I think the colors look awesome together. The yarn is wonderful to work with. I'm really excited with the color choice. I think it's like just enough of a pop. Like I know some of my other options, like I had a yellow that maybe I wanted to use, like a bright yellow, or like a really loud pink. And if I'm being honest, I loved those options as well. But I do think that even though this is still like a pop of color, I feel like this is going to be more chill, where I can throw this on with like a lot of things. So yeah, I'm almost done with this. So the first clue had 3 sections, and I'm almost done with section 2. I actually think that I will finish that this evening, probably while this video is uploading, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'll probably finish that while this video is uploading, and then I will work on my jacket a little bit more later in the evening, like before I go to bed. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm working on right now. Yeah, I don't have... Wait a minute, if I... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. A lot of you were asking to do, sorry, I just got, so many things came into my head at once. A lot of you were asking to do another knit day, and I think that we should do another knit day. I'm gonna figure out what the date is because I don't have a calendar in front of me, but it will probably be the Sunday after Rhinebeck, just because I think that that would be a great time to just sit and hang out with everyone. I will look into times to see what that is, and then on the next episode, because I believe there's an episode that will come out before, not I believe, there will be an episode that comes out before that. Then I will let you all know more of that information. But the last thing I will let you all know is some of you wanted to see Kendrick, and here he is. Please don't lick my face. Here he is. And the other fun thing, remember I said in the beginning of the episode that we were going to put a pin in something, is Kendrick had his 3rd birthday since the last time we saw each other. He's a Libra. He likes balance, allegedly. Yeah, so stop. So he is doing well for all of you who asked, and he's 1 year older. He definitely is. Some of that puppy energy is leaving, which is really nice, although there's a lot that is still there. But yeah, happy birthday to him. We love it. I'm gonna set him down because he's like, either you're gonna love me or you're gonna talk to the camera. So that's been the other big news that has happened in our little worlds. Yeah, so that's it. I have nothing else to say. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. It's a little all over the place, but yeah, there's crafting happening and I am enjoying all of it. Hoping that that jacket, fingers crossed, is done by the next time I see you all, because I would like to take it to Rhinebeck because everyone in my party is bringing one with them. And yeah, we'll see what the next clue for the mystery knit along holds. I also have to like get a pair of socks ready, just because I don't have any on the needles right now, which is kind of crazy. I need to spin a little bit. Yeah, for those of you who are winners, please make sure that you send me an email and let me know your address so that I can send you out your fun little goodies. And yeah, until the next episode, you all, make a peace, spread some peace. Peace.